Regardless of whether you'd prefer to see the first light of day or you'd rather bid it farewell at sunset, it's just great to be in the outdoors, enjoying the bounties of Mother Nature, and preferably with camera in hand. Sometimes it can be a long time between shoots, but just like once you've learned how to ride a bike, you don't forget. You just get a bit rusty. And a great way to ease back into things is to go where you're familiar and photograph what you love.
Nice and early, nice and fresh. Forgotten what it's all about to get up this early. Let's get going.
For me, the sea is always beckoning. Come join me as I dust off my landscape photography cobwebs and enjoy a peaceful and relaxing morning by the sea.
Hello there and good morning. Gosh, it has been such a long time. I think about a good 4 months now since I've been out for a landscape photography shoot, and so it's fantastic to be back out. And many of you know that I'm really drawn to water. There's just something about the smell of the ocean, the sound of the waves, and the motion in the water that just pulls me in and often leaves me in a bit of a trance. So I think there's no better and more fitting way for me to get back into landscape photography than with a seascape shoot this morning. And what I'm out here to capture is this beautiful sea stack that's right in front of me. So I'll quickly take you through my composition so far. I've set myself up. I've got these gorgeous rock pools in my foreground, and it's just leading us to Pulpit Rock, that's the name of the sea stack, in front of me. And I've actually spotted some beautiful fish that I think have been trapped in this rock pool by the high tide that came in last night. So we do have a low tide this morning. It's an outgoing tide. I would have liked to see a bit more water here just to capture some motion, but you can't have everything your way. You definitely don't want to be out here during high tide with the incoming tide because it gets awfully high, so it can get pretty dangerous out here. So we've got the sunrise just there to my left. We've got some mid-level clouds, a bit of cloud coverage this morning. I'm hoping it's going to clear sometime soon so we can see the wonderful rays come through there, but we've got a tinge of pink on the horizon. So what I've got in focus here is that I want to be high enough so that I can see over the rock ledge just in front of me, and I can see the water as it's splashing along this bed, the base of the Pulpit Rock here. So that's actually known as Devil's Desk. It's a nice granite rock bed. So I want to see over it, but I want to capture a bit of this rock pool in front of me as well. So let's take a few initial shots and see how we go.
It never ceases to amaze me just how much different conditions can change the look and feel of a scene. Here's a photo I took from a similar position last year. I'm definitely a big fan of working a scene under different conditions.
So I'm just set up with my second composition at the moment, and again I'm just taking advantage of these lovely rock pools as it's creating almost a leading line up to Pulpit Rock. Now, great thing with low tide like this is that it really exposes all the beautiful rock pools underneath, and you can see the corals, beautiful colours coming through. It's quite lovely. So we haven't had vibrant sunrise colours this morning as I'd hoped, because most of the sunrise light has been snuffed out by the thick clouds there over the horizon. That's all right, we just make do with the conditions that we've got, and it's a beautiful still morning, and there's not a soul about except for Chris and myself. And I just love these sunrise shoots. They're just so calming and so peaceful, and it's just really serene, and you know, images are a bonus. It's just fantastic to be out here, just to enjoy the scene in the fresh air. So I'm waiting for a strong swell to come through, and then take my shot at the right time so I can capture some of the power in the water as it's hitting the base of Devil's Desk, just like right now. All right, I think I'm on to my last composition of the morning. I've been gradually working myself anti-clockwise around Pulpit Rock. The sun is rising now and it's just behind Pulpit Rock, so I'm going to take advantage of it and try to get a sunstar just as it's peeking off to the side. You can see I'm very close to the edge of this granite base that I've been on, and the swells are getting pretty strong. So when you're out near the ocean like this, of course, always remember, keep an eye on the waves. You don't want a rogue swell catching you by surprise, and then it might ruin your morning. So just taking advantage of these rock pools right in front of me, and with the sun rising, they're reflecting the clouds above. So it's quite a nice scene. And as I've mentioned all morning, just looking at all the beautiful corals that are exposed, it's just beautiful. But keep in mind, as you're walking around, if you find yourself in a scene like this, just be careful not to trot on the corals as far as possible. I think it's important just to try and preserve the environment around you. So the sun is in a great position right now. Still a very high dynamic range scene. I'll exposure bracket this shot, so I'm going for 2 stops above and below base, as I don't have a graduated filter, and I'll just try to expose the light in my foreground but not clip the highlights there in my sky. I'm waiting for some nice waves to come in. My shutter speed is not that slow, it's 1/100th of a second, but I want to capture the power of the waves as they're coming through. It's beautiful. Look at that. Ah, gorgeous morning. All right, I think I'll wrap it up here soon. I've got a fair way to get back up to the car park. There's about 1,000 boardwalk steps to conquer on the way up. It was nice coming down this morning as well, because it was a brilliant full moon, and there's a lighthouse up that way, and I managed to grab a few shots as well. So I hope you enjoyed being out here with me this morning and enjoying the scene and hopefully some of the photos. So take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.
Of course, telling myself that I'm done is usually a lie. I always manage to squeeze in another shot or two before I'm really ready to wrap things up.
And get why are you serious? See, the front doesn't fit. Okay, that's secure. Yes. Bloody hell. These keep falling.